The holiday season is one hell of a time to try to acquire new clientele, but I have an external client acquisition play that is going to help you generate revenue during these slower months. I'm Stu with What the Fuck Gym Talk, and I solve gym owners' problems, and today the problem that we're discussing is generating revenue during the slower holiday months. If you've been in the fitness game for any period of time, you know that selling gym memberships or personal training or whatever your service is typically very difficult during the months of November and December here in the United States because of the amount of travel that's happening due to all the holidays and Christmas parties and bowl games and New Year's Eve. There's so many distractions. Credit card balances are at their highest during this time as people purchase presents and spend money on travel and family dinners. It's very difficult to get someone started with a fitness program. But I've got a marketing strategy that's going to allow individuals to buy now and get started after the hectic holiday season has completed. Let's get into it. So when we're looking at a buy now, get started later type promotion, we need to understand that what we're typically selling in the entire world and all of commerce is instant gratification. You need a new phone, you go to the store, you spend some money, you got a new phone. You need your hair done, you go to the salon, you spend some money, you walk out looking different. Fitness is very unique in the fact that we are not selling instant gratification. Clients spend a lot of money on a gym membership or personal training, and they will not see those results for a long period of time. Now, when we're trying to sell a buy now, start later type promotion, we have to realize there's no instant gratification whatsoever. All they've essentially done is paid money for an upcoming promise to themselves or an upcoming commitment that has got them excited about that thing pushed out. They're not worried about it right now. Remember, it's the holiday season. We want to attack this with a marketing angle that's very practical. Hey, Sally, don't worry. I'm not going to try to get you to get started with a fitness program now amongst the holidays and the travel and the pumpkin pie. That wouldn't be setting you up for success. However, I do want to make sure that you're able to take advantage of this program that we're offering, in which we're only inviting X amount of people to, and it's going to kick off in January. That way you can enjoy the holidays guilt-free. That is the overall marketing message that we're running with. And if you are enrolled in Microgym University, the only online business school for microgym owners that I created, you will have access to this entire course, all the marketing angles, the plays, the Facebook ads, the copy, the creative, all that is inside of Microgym University. The link is down in the description and comments below. Go check it out. But otherwise, this is going to give you a great, 30,000 foot view as to how to run this buy now, start later campaign. Now, with upfront money, but no instant gratification, there are three things we need to do for the psychology of a consumer, someone who's going to purchase this. Because otherwise this is difficult, getting people to spend money now without any upfront or any instant gratification. Now, events, concerts, Spartan races, marathons, these are all things people pay money up front for and they don't receive instant gratification. Kickstarter is a great example. People who spend money up front, but they don't receive that product for months and months later. We can perform the same strategy that those events and companies perform if we can satisfy these three things. Number one, the value of what they are receiving is disproportionately greater than the actual cost. So remember, in the fitness industry, we don't sell results. Results are something people can assume that they will get on their own, or they assume they can get with a Peloton. We don't sell results. We sell the speed at which the results are achieved. And that is going to create a disproportionate value compared to the cost of the service. Number two, we've got to have a sense of urgency that's got to be limited. You've got to have this thing either starting at a certain date, and it's got to be limited to a certain amount of people. Now, if you don't want to have a start date, you want people to be able to get started all at their own pace, and that way you get to stagger them instead of on day one. Let's say the kickoff date is Monday, January 2nd. That way you don't have 46 people showing up on that day. That's perfectly fine. But you still need to make a sense of urgency present in the marketing and actual, presentation of this offer to the prospect. I recommend limiting it to X amount of individuals and letting people know in your marketing as time goes on, we only have 22 spots left. We only have 12 spots left. We're down to 6 spots left. And number three, social currency. People will spend money on something that there is no instant gratification on. They will buy now for something they're doing later. especially when it allows them the opportunity to brag. When it gives them the opportunity to tell their friends and family over Thanksgiving dinner, oh yeah, I've signed up for this gym's 8-week reset series, or I went and signed up for a marathon a year from now. We've all heard and probably done that ourselves where we did a thing and we have no proof of it. We can't talk about it yet, but we're telling people it's coming up. I'm training for it. I bought this new thing on Kickstarter and I can't wait for it to come in. Social currency is a very strategic and very powerful element to the psychology of someone buying now for something in which they are going to receive or perform later. And if you can create social currency, which I recommend through having scheduled photo shoots, making sure these individuals have amazing images of themselves they can share out. Maybe you're creating, quick, 90-second promotional, social media videos just about them, things that they can brag about, things that when you sit down with your photographer and videographer, you're like, hey, only capture images and video that these individuals would probably realistically share on their social media channels. And if we can create that social currency where people want to brag about the thing that they just bought now, but they're not participating in it until later, you've got a winning combination. Now, when we go and look at this, we got to think about the schedule. And again, I'm not getting into the guts of the marketing play here. That's for if you're enrolled inside of Microgym University, and I highly recommend you do. It's the best $50 you will ever spend. But in November is when you're going to start marketing this thing. So you start dropping your advertising on social media, your newsletters, your text campaigns through your CRM. That happens in November, and that's what we call the attract phase. There are 5 functions to every microgym. We attract, we convert, we deliver, we collect, and we connect. These are the 5 phases. I break them down inside of Microgym University, but I'm going to kind of just give them to you broken out here, at least for these 3. In December, we're selling. So November, we market, and we might say, this thing is coming. We have our 8-week reset series in which you can get signed up for now, pay for starting in December. But realistically, we're not going to expect you to get started until January. We're going to let you enjoy the holidays and enjoy everything guilt-free because now you know that come January, you've got a game plan that you're already signed up for, paid for, ready to go in January to get, to hit damage control on the things that you did over the holiday season. So November is marketing. December at a set date is when signup starts. So now you're selling. You're simultaneously still marketing this thing at the same time, but we're switching over to mainly sales, which is the conversion aspect. Remember I talked about the 5 aspects of a microgym, the 5 things they do. And then January, we have fulfillment, aka delivery. So in January is when they can, opt in to getting started. Some gyms like to run this with a set start date if they have a lot of operational capacity and a good-sized staff. Other gyms like to stagger the start dates of these individuals. You can get started on or as early as Monday, January 2nd, and then they slowly just schedule these clients coming in over those weeks. So if a client calls up and is like, hey, can I get started on Monday, January 2nd. Actually, we're booked up on that day for our reset series clients. However, I do have some availabilities on Tuesday, January 3rd at our 6:30 p.m. class. How does that sound? So January is when fulfillment starts. Now, a lot of people ask the question, well, Stu, what if they see the marketing in November, they purchase it in December, and they're real excited and they want to get started in December? 100%, let them get started. It's better, it'll stagger your starts. That way, again, like we talked about earlier, you won't have everybody starting on the same day or the same week. A big fan of that. And that'll probably happen to around 7 to 10% of the customers that purchase will just have the itch and they'll want to get going now. All right, now the reset series, that's what I was referencing because that's what I called our buy now, start later campaign that we ran very successfully for several years at my microgym prior to my retirement here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So it was an 8-week reset series. They bought 1 month. They got the second month free. So it was essentially 8 weeks for the price of 4. I really liked that because it allowed me to manipulate the headlines. BOGO, buy one, get one, 50% off. Buy 1 month, get 1 month free. I could run with, with different ad campaigns with different headlines. Now, I'm not going into the guts as to what I charged and our revenue and the profit, because honestly, it doesn't matter. Because you were running different promotions. Some of you guys might offer higher ticket front-end offers, lower ticket front-end offers. Some of you might be smaller operational capacity, so you can only sell 15 of these things. Others can take on 50 plus. So just here are the results and averaged out from the times we ran this, so you can just get an idea what you can expect if you were to run it well. And oh, you have a similar model as mine, you're in a similar market as mine, you know, you had an ad budget behind it like I did, all that. So in full transparency, these results are not typical. Do not expect them. You may exceed them, or you might fall under them, but I just wanted to share them with you. During that period, we ended up generating 97 leads during my slowest part of the year. October, November, and December, completely dead for us. Okay, it was a very tough time. January was also very tough. It just was a part of the year in which cyclically my clientele were no longer in Charlotte. It's a transient city. People are traveling. I just didn't have as many people. So for us to generate 97 leads during my slowest time of the year was great. 58 prospects. So those are people that converted from a lead to a prospect, meaning they came in to meet somebody, to talk to a coach, to get a tour of the facility, and then purchase the buy now, start later, or they at least got on a phone to be sold over the phone. And then out of those prospects, we closed 43 of them. All right, so 58 people came into the facility or took the phone call, so we had a chance to sell them, and then we closed 43. Now, for any gym owners who know that November and December is like a ghost town for new client acquisition, having any inflow of new clients to this degree, because this is about, oh, I don't know, 300% more than what I was typically used to seeing prior to running this buy now, get started later campaign. This was absolutely a godsend, and this was something that really changed the trajectory of my business, because other than this, you know, November, December, January type, 3-month, hiatus, we did pretty well the rest of the year. So if I can find a solution for my slow times of the year, that changes everything for me. Guys, I hope you found this informational. I hope maybe this gets your mind jogging and kind of get some ideas flowing as to how you can run a buy now, start later campaign. If you want the full playbook, head on down to the link below to Microgym University, get enrolled, $50 a month, cancel any damn time you want. I really hope this was helpful. And until I see you in the next video, have a great fucking day.